Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel, Gradient Kings. Today I would like to speak about 6 things that men want. And there's many things, many magazines, many magazine articles that have been written about 10 things men want, and 5 things to get your man back, and 5 things that the male persona wants. But today I will be turning to the Quran, and the Quran also mentions about 6 things that men is hot-wired in wanting and chasing, and almost their whole life chasing after it. But we will get right into it. The first thing that a man wants, the first thing that a man chases after is that he realizes that it is important for him to have, is the Quran says that Zuhina linnasi hubbu shahawati minan nisa'i, that it was beautified for nas. Now, this is not only only meant for Muslims. It is linnas, for mankind in totality. Zuhina, it was beautified for them, the love of the pleasures that comes from woman. From 13 years old, 14 years old, or even as early as 12 years old, men realize, that boy realize that, listen, that mommy isn't now the most beautiful woman anymore. I love Khadija, and I love this one and this one. And he start noticing other women. He start noticing another type of love. And as he grows into that masculinity, the testosterone pushes up in his body, and he starts chasing the woman, start chasing the opposite sex. And after that, he gets it. The second thing, now he gets that, and the second thing that he craves, he gets married, is wal banin. He now wants his offspring. He wants now to expand his lineage. He wants sons. He wants children. And whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us a daughter or a son, it's irrelevant, but he wants to expand. He wants his lineage. And the lineage lies with a son. So if he have received that son, then he is happy. So that is the second thing. And the third thing, وَالْقَنَاطِيرِ الْمُقَنْطَرَةِ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that now, after he has now realized the ladies, he marries, he gets children. After he gets children, he needs money. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, now he craves heaps, qanatir al-muqantarati, that he now wants heaps of what? Not heaps of anything, heaps of min al-dhahabi wal-fiddati. He wants heaps of gold and silver. And Quran actually mentions gold and silver, because the money that we have is the paper money. It is a promise that there is something in the bank, gold and silver. Try to go change your 10,000 rand for gold or silver. You'll never get it. They give you a piece of paper and it says this is worth whatever is in the bank. But nevertheless, that is something else. But he desires now gold and silver. And after he has money, after that, وَالْخَيْلِ الْمُسَوَّمَةِ, he now wants what every man wants. And that is what men is. They measure one another out by the things that they have. And they attach successfulness by the things that they have. Another man watches another man and meets him with that man by the things that that man have. That is how the world works. That is what the media shows us. The more things you have, the more successful you have, which is not, the more successful you are, which is not the case. Then, this also now translate in wal khayl al musawwama is branded horses. And our branded horses of today is the Mercedes-Benz and the BMWs and the Jaguars and whatever Ferraris. And that is, if a man drives a nice car, it is only logical to think that monetary wise he's successful. And a man feels successful if he has a nice car. And you might say that, no, I'm not like that and I'm not like that. But if somebody rolls up to you and gives you a nice Porsche or a nice AMG or a nice what, you will take it. And you should take it. Because it makes your life easier. So that is what he craves. He craves nice means of transportation, and that is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shows us. But that once a man has these three things, then the next thing he wants is a nice means of transportation. And a nice means of transportation in the years when the Quran was revealed was to have nice branded horses or camels. Today it's Mercedes-Benz and Mercs. What is it? Mercedes-Benz and BMWs. Then while he has all these things and through his life is growing, now he wants to expand and he wants cattle. And in our life, we don't want cows and all this anymore and goats. We want now to expand on our things that we have. We want to extend what we have. We want to extend the room and extend this and extend that and make bigger and go higher. We desire that because, again, men meet and measure one another by the things that they possess. And if we do not find the equilibrium in chasing after what we want and chasing after our success and the pleasure of Allah, we will lose equilibrium and we might lose ourselves in the maze of masculinity. We might lose ourselves if we do not have a compass to show us, no, not this way, that way. We will lose ourselves in that maze, in that testosterone level, in measuring up with one another. And the next thing, the sixth thing that a man craves is hearth. Now we want plantations. We have expanded, but we want another property, another land, another piece of land. We want plantations and orchards. We want to plant. We want to expand on that which we already have. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ذَلِكَ مَتَاعُ الْحَيَاةُ الدُّنْيَا. ذَلِكَ مَتَاعُ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. That is the mata', that is the pleasures of the hayat dunya. That is the pleasures of the dunya. That is it is the smoke screen that is in front of us. That is only the pleasure of the dunya. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, that all those things there, it is nothing except the deception and the pleasures of the dunya. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Wallahu indahu husnul ma'ab. By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the best of abodes, is the best resting place. So this that you tire yourself for out. And this is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that chasing after these things that you want, the six things, it will tire you up, it will destroy you, it will weaken your back, it will make your hair go grayer than you're supposed to, because you're chasing that woman, you're chasing that branded transportation, you're chasing more land, you want to expand, you want all these things. It will tire you out because it's hard getting these things. If these things is your main concern, it will throw out your equilibrium, and the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will become so, it will be there, but it will become a distant thing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Qul a'unabbi'ukum, should I inform you, O Muhammad? Tell them, should I inform you, بِخَيْرٍ مِّن ذَلِكُمْ, better than these things that has been mentioned, لِلَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ, for those that fear Allah, those that are God conscious. If you are God conscious, then these six things won't tire you out. You will find the equilibrium. You will find the pleasure of Allah in everything, and you will attribute everything that you get to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will attribute everything to God. So, عند ربهم, by their Lord is Jannat. There is gardens of bliss, and there is maidens, pure maidens. And not only that, Khalidina fiha, you will dwell in it forever, in this gardens of bliss, in this heaven, in Jannah. And the pinnacle of the thereafter is, you'll find in this gardens, in this heaven, in the thereafter, you'll find waridwanum min Allah. There will be the pleasure of Allah. So all these things that we are chasing, all these physical things that we are chasing, if we cannot find the equilibrium and also chase the pleasure of Allah, and wanting and desiring the pleasure of Allah whilst attaining what we need to attain of this life, then we have lost the plot. We have jeopardized our akhirah, we have jeopardized our life after death. So there's no sin in chasing after the physical stuff of this dunya, but we have to find the equilibrium of it. So I hope, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the understanding to find the lesson which is in, first for myself and then for everybody else. But I just like to share these things that throw men off from the course, off from the pleasure of Allah. So my lesson is, or my message is, that although it is permissible to chase the things of this world and to attain more and to get more, but not to get lost in the maze of the things of this dunya and chasing. And the only thing that makes us chase after these things is the testosterone that's running in us, the manhood, because we need a compass to show us and to guide us through the maze of masculinity. And about that compass we'll speak about other time. But we need a compass to show us and not to get lost. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This video I will load up in two pieces because it's a 12-minute clip in two parts. So please look out for the same video, but it will be in two parts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps grow the channel, and also share this if you think there's somebody that might benefit from this. Shukran.